Hi Nava, it's Josh. What are you in Russia right now? I don't know where you actually are. In any case, here's completing the square the easy way. I don't know why we teach this the hard way, but let's do it the easy way. First thing you need to know, completing the square is much easier when the a, or the number, the coefficient of your x squared term is 1. If it's not 1, it's probably not worth your time. Also, completing the square is much easier when your b, or the coefficient of your x term, is even. If this is not even, it's also probably not worth your time. You might as well do the quadratic equation because it's going to be about as complicated. Okay, so we have both of those conditions met, where my coefficient of x squared is 1 and my coefficient of x is even. In this case, completing the square is a good choice. So let's do it. When you complete the square, you need to know the magic number. The magic number is half of b squared. b over 2 squared. Magic! So we'll take b, we'll divide it by 2, then square it. Make sure you do it in the right order so that you don't have an order of operations problem. What is that? The magic number in this case is half of 8 squared, which is 4 squared, which is 16. That's your magic number. In order to make completing the square work, you want, you can change to orange. You want this thing to say this thing. They must be the same number. This thing must be 16 in order to complete the square correctly. So let's turn that into 16. What do we need to do to turn that into the magic number? Well, we need to add 19. If you don't know, you can set up a kind of a little equation. We've got -3, and I need to add something to turn it into 16. Well, you can solve by adding 3 to both sides, so I need to add 19 to both sides. So what we're actually going to do to this equation up here is we're going to add 19 to both sides so that we get 16. Plus 16 on this side, and then we added 19 to both sides to do that. If you don't follow that, I literally just added 19 here and 19 here. 19 minus 3 is 16, and we're good to go. Okay, now we are in business. Since this is the magic number, completing the square always works the same way, and it's very easy at this point. Now, because that's the magic number, we are going to say x minus half of b. What is half of b? Half of b is 4. Oh no, I need to backtrack. I'm sorry. Sorry. Remember, I'll try that again a little differently. Remember the magic number is b over 2 squared? Well, we want just plain old b over 2. So b over 2 is going to go in here. X plus b over 2, and then we're going to square it every time. So what is b over 2? Now that this magic number has been put in here, well, b over 2 is 4. So we have x plus 4 squared equals 19. And if you multiply this guy out, you'll find that it is, in fact, this guy as well. Everything is magical and happy, and life is good. So next step, we just square root both sides. Square root this side, and we square root this side, and we get x plus 4 equals plus or minus root 19. When you square root a square, you get a plus or minus out of it. And you'll see that happening in the quadratic equation as well. And from that point, you just subtract 4 from both sides, and you're done. So just to recap real quick, sorry about the confusion up there. You need to find your magic number, take your b, and you're going to cut it in half and square it. That magic number, the 16 right here, is what this guy, your c, needs to turn into. So you need to add or subtract however much it takes to turn your c into the magic number. Once you've done that, you just take x plus b over 2 and square it. So whatever your b over 2 is, you put it right in here, and you square it. In this case, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and you square it, and then you can solve that like a normal equation by square rooting both sides. Do not forget your plus or minus, and then everything's happy. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.